Hey guys, it's Jen at the Wheelhouse Project, and this is another video in my series about self-care and healing techniques you can use. Today I wanted to talk just a little bit about movement and music, which were two things that were actually recently emphasized to me in a psychic reading that I did. My guides came through and talked about the importance of these things in my life and what I need to do with these. So I wanted to talk to you about them as well. So what they talked about in that reading was that movement is so important in terms of clearing the energy in our bodies, that especially when we're stressed or overwhelmed or just anxious, that we end up having energy blocks within our body. And energy blocks are what can cause both physical illness or mental illness, but can cause obviously further stress, further issues with us. And if you're doing a lot of healing work too, even a massage, like that brings, you're releasing things in that massage. They're helping to release things in your body. And if you don't clear that out, then it's going to remain stuck there. So it's really important to move your body. That was what was emphasized to me, move your body. So I was told by my guides that I need to sweat at least 3 times a week, that is without question, that I have to exercise to the point of sweating. So cardiovascular exercise. And that every night I should do yoga stretches for at least 10 minutes. And really what this is driving home is that, some days we can be really sedentary. We can really be sitting a lot or not moving and taking in a lot of energy from work, from the news, from our families, whatever it is, heightening our stresses, causing us to feel tight, feel anxious, and have those blockages in our body. So what they're saying is you need to move, you need to sweat, you need to move that energy out of your body. And that's a great way to move the energy out of your body. It's a huge and important way to move the energy out of your body, is to move your body. And I don't think it matters too much what you do, especially if you're not doing anything right now. I think if you can get out and go for a walk, however long it is, to go for a walk, to stand up and stretch, maybe to do some Tai Chi. I know Tai Chi is not too strenuous and fairly easy for most people to do. There's a number of things you can do. I love yoga and running. Those are my things, but everyone's different. And as long as you're moving your body on a regular basis, on a daily basis, really, and sweating on occasion during the week, then you can move that energy out and you can be physically healthier and mentally healthier because of that. So it is huge. It's important, and it's not just important, like I said, for us to be cardiovascularly healthy, but it's healthy for us to not have that stuck energy in our body or in our minds. So movement is incredibly important. I wanted to see if there was anything else I wanted to emphasize. Yeah, so the other thing I wanted to add here, I'm kind of incorporating music, because music, I personally use music with all of my exercise. It's not something that everyone does, but I kind of think of the two as combined a little bit. I think when I need to go out and go for a run, I need some motivating music. I need some uplifting music. I need something that's really positive, that kind of gives me that euphoric feeling when I'm running, when I'm sweating. Because otherwise, I think we all know, like, sometimes difficult exercise, challenging exercise can be a real drag if you don't have something that's spurring you on, that's motivating you. So I find that I create my own playlist with really positive and uplifting music. And that motivates me from the first song. From when I hit play and I start my run, I make sure I have really uplifting music on. And I think that's a really good thing to remember too in our lives in general, to pay attention to the music you're listening to make sure it's positive, to make sure the lyrics are positive, to make sure it uplifts you. Even if you're doing something, having some music on, like, meditative music. I know I play like meditation spa music and different things like that, even for my dogs sometimes when I leave the house, but I make sure that it's got a positive feel to it, and that everything they put on has a positive feel to it. And I create my own playlist so that I can keep those very positive and keep the negative stuff out, or the stuff that doesn't feel good to me. So that's something to consider. And music can be incredibly healing. Like, more so, I've learned lately that it's healing in bigger ways than even I realized. I have been working with a healer who uses music in her healing, and she uses it to draw out certain emotions in you, to really dig deep. And sometimes a song will just click with you in a certain way while she's doing healing on you. For example, you know, something, maybe it'll trigger an event from childhood or something, and that gives her the chance to work on that blockage energetically while I'm feeling the emotion, and it brings it all up and out. But I think that's something that happens sometimes even naturally. I know I've been out on a run and listening to a song that maybe I've heard a zillion times, and all of a sudden my attention will be drawn to the lyrics really strongly. And in that moment, it will resonate with me in a new way. It's almost like I've never heard the lyrics before, or I've never heard them in that particular way. And it will draw out, like I said, some emotion in me. I've been known to be out on a run and suddenly had tears just flowing because a song just suddenly heals something in me, draws something out in me, and brings it to the surface so that I can clear it and heal it. And music does that for us. And like I said, it doesn't have to be negative music. Really positive music can draw stuff out in us. I mean, it's funny because she played a Taylor Swift song the other day that drew something out of me, or I heard it in a new way and drew something out of me that I couldn't even believe. It's just, I'd never heard the song in that way before. So anyway, there's some great things that music can do for you. Just remember that. I mean, I used to be kind of a person who liked a lot of quiet, but now I find myself drawn to music, and I just go instinctively with what feels right in that moment, what artist feels right, or what playlist feels right in that moment. And sure enough, I mean, not only do I get healing, but I get messages. So that's the other thing to remember, is that music will give you specific messages. It gives your guides, your divine guides, a chance to deliver you messages. So maybe there's something that you're stressed or worried about, or something that you're thinking about, and suddenly it will be answered in a song that comes on. So I find music to be a great opportunity to communicate with the divine through the lyrics of those songs. And even if you have a playlist, like sometimes, like I said, you might hear a song in a new way, or a certain lyric will stand out to you. I know, so I've been working on something, maybe I'm cooking or something, and all of a sudden a certain lyric almost jumps out at me. It's almost like it's louder all of a sudden. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was asking for. That's exactly the clarity I needed. So music can be really healing too. So use music as much as you can. And like I said, keep it positive, keep it uplifting. And certainly don't be surprised if you hear a song in a new way, or hear a certain lyric that jumps out at you. It is a message for you. So I hope that's helpful. Oh, and music does move the energy through your body too, just like exercise can. So dance, move to the music, enjoy the music, bob your head to the music. That is also part of clearing the energy in your body. So it doesn't have to just be emotions, it can be the movement with the music too. Okay, I'm wrapping it up. Thanks guys, have a great one. We'll talk to you again soon.